Yeah, Andrew, that's a great point. Pablo extension looks so clutch now. He's really the guy who leveled up the most. Absolutely. How many teams can say they feel really good about their game one playoff starter? Not that many. And the Twins can say, we've got this guy, Pablo Lopez, and we've got him around for a while, and he's shown it. We know we get into the playoffs. There's a lot of other things to figure out. There's a lot of other things to improve. But we have maybe the most difficult thing to fill. A game one starter. Perhaps the most difficult thing to find. If you're trying to build a postseason team, a game one starter, and the Twins have him and he is locked in. There's been a lot of talk about the future being bright based off of some of the rookies this year. But I think that all starts with Pablo Lopez. If you want to talk about the future being bright, Pablo Lopez is going to be around for a while. The under the hood numbers are incredible. And then his postseason performance obviously has elevated him to another level, even though it's only 2 starts. I still feel like that's fair. I still feel like that's super fair. I don't know that there's ever been a player who's like wiggled his way into my heart more than Pablo Lopez in such a short time. He's just the man. He's amazing. He's a great teammate. Seems like a great dude. Super smart. I think there was really something going on with the rotation this year to where all those guys were pushing each other, challenging each other. Yeah, I think he is a huge part of the fabric of this team. That's a great point, Andrew. Pablo bought the vest. How often, too? Like, there's a lot of teams and a lot of, clubhouse things where it's like the starting pitchers are one thing, or even the pitchers are one thing, and then the position players are a different thing. He's even getting that mix going to where, you've got leaders who are blending in with both sides, pitching and the lineup. I'm so excited that he's going to be around for so long. It's going to be massive. I think he's going to be a really good poster boy. He has been for the Twins, talking about how much they helped him with his sweeper. I mean, if I'm a pitcher, and I'm a free agent, I'm like, obviously everybody's got their preferences. Some guys want to pitch, close to home or whatever, but the Twins are now an established contender and can say, like, look, we helped this guy. We helped this guy get to the next level. Pablo Lopez was a really good pitcher before coming here, but now he's up on this level. We helped him get to that level. That's going to be a huge advertisement. And there was a lot of Paddack talk earlier. As long as we're on that kind of Pablo being established for next year, man, it's looking pretty cool to have Chris Paddack around. We'll see. It's hard to know how a guy who's missed that much time is going to come back, and especially if you expect him to be a starting pitcher and work a full starter's load. There's a lot of, things yet to be figured out with Paddack. He's not a guy who's been really healthy ever, but you understand, you understand why the Twins were after that guy. And apparently the Twins were really on Paddack. They'd asked the Padres for Paddack multiple times before they finally acquired him. So they've loved that guy for a really long time. And man, he showed tonight, especially, what it is that you would be chasing there. He was amazing. So it's going to be really fun to see what becomes of that too. This foundation for this team next year is looking really solid. Man, how long were some people asking for, like, oh, Duran, can you give us just a clean inning? Just one. He wasn't really wavering, I wouldn't say, but he certainly wasn't dominant for a little stretch there in the second half. To where compared to his 2022, which was just ridiculous, he had a dope postseason. And that's another guy where you talk about how important was this experience to have these games. Now Duran, he's not only just like the king of nasty, wicked, demon stuff. This guy's also pitched in massive, huge postseason games. That is such a huge level up for him. To where you can, again, the Twins next year, we have the number one guy, Pablo Lopez, a legit number one starter. Jhoan Duran, legit postseason trusted closer now. You can say that too. Those guys, again, I've been talking about this concept of like guys getting the stamp, guys getting minted. Nobody like got to elevate themselves onto the Correa level, of postseason G. But that guy ain't going anywhere either. We can reasonably bank on a very fun summer next year, and I think that is awesome. That has not always been the case when we've been sitting here drowning in our beers over the Twin season being over. So I'm pumped up about that.